Welcome to another Laser Reviews Last 3 Watched, 3 films reviewed in 3 minutes. The first film watched is Rock Around the Clock from 1956, which is basically just one big ad for Bill Haley and the Comets. It's just a lot of rock and roll music, a lot of music from the mid-50s, and all the filler between the performances are just that, filler. The performances are bad, the writing is bad, it has that very 50s dialogue, very theatrical in a way, so nothing really feels natural. The story is really forced, and a lot of the film just feels like it's old people trying to be hip with young people and sell teenagers this music they want to sell them. But this is the first time you really have that market where you have teenage culture flourishing because teenagers have more time and money on their hands than they have had in previous periods. Therefore, it's an interesting period to look at, and it's interesting to see how the media develop. It's not a great movie in any way, but I can see why you might be interested in it for these cultural and historical reasons. The next film is Moonshine Highway from 1996 with Kyle MacLachlan and the Lesser Quaid. This film is set in Tennessee in the mid-50s, a small community next to the hills where the hillbillies live. It's a dry county, so the hillbillies smuggling the moonshine down the hills into this town, and they need smugglers for it, and one of these smugglers is Kyle MacLachlan. And his girlfriend is like the town's sweetheart, and she wants to get away from the town because there's a very abusive relationship between her and the sheriff, who's very corrupt. The movie doesn't really comment on it. The sheriff, who's played by Randy Quaid, he's really old and she's quite young, so it might be hinted at that he was sort of with her as a teenager and he was maybe in his 40s, which would be really disturbing. It does have some of these dynamics that work, like this small town dynamic and the small town atmosphere. Some of that works well. The acting is not bad. It does waste your time a lot, like it introduces characters that are not really relevant to the film, and the ending is extremely anticlimactic. Everything just magically happens like that, and then everything is solved. It had potential. I don't dislike it, and I mostly like it because of the performances, but it's not great. The final film for today is Like Father, Like Son from 1987. I had a lot of fun with this one. It's really not a movie you should expect a lot from going into it. This film has Kirk Cameron before he started Saving Christmas, so probably the best Kirk Cameron movie there is. It is a high school shenanigans, Freaky Friday type of film, where the father and son swap bodies after drinking this magical elixir that they get from Native Americans by accident, and they had to remain in their respective bodies until, well, they can get back to their own bodies. And this movie really uses the setup for everything you could imagine it to use it for. It is a high school shenanigans movie. It is what you would expect for this kind of movie, and it is very evil-spirited in some ways. It has some things that didn't age as well, but overall you can just enjoy this as an enjoyable, stupid film with a lot of gags I really liked. A lot of funny moments. I laughed way harder than I thought going into this, and I can recommend it. You had a good time watching this video. I hope you more so got interested in maybe watching Like Father, Like Son. And as per usual, all these films are actually found on YouTube, so you can go out. You don't have any excuse. You can go out and just watch it now. You don't even have to wait for it to go streaming or something. They're there right now. If you're interested in watching more of these videos, you can subscribe, you can like, you can follow. My main YouTube channel is Lazy Franchise Reviews, and there is a link in the description. Take care.